we'll be looking at the Facebook ads checklist. And like I said before now, your ad creative to a very large extent determines if you're going to get cheap cost per messages or if you're going to get expensive cost per messages. In essence, your ad creative affects the cost of your ad. It affects your ad performance, right? It is just like what's it called? How when someone meets you, their first impression of you, right? When you see someone walking on the streets that is very, very pretty, like you can't help but just take another look. And then in some cases, you now take a closer look. Oh, you know, be like, oh, person is actually looking nice. Oh, this person is not looking bad at all. Or you see someone wearing a very nice clothes, something that is like a clothes that is not common. Like okay, it's just like you're walking through the market and you saw someone wearing what's it called, a native cap. You have to look at them again, and then you might still have to look at them again and again, right? Because it is unusual. So or then imagine when you're walking through the market and you saw someone wearing a black polo. Like that's common. Like there's nothing so special about it, right? There's nothing so special about wearing a black polo. So that has the same thing with your ad creative. As people are scrolling through their Facebook feeds, is your ad creative as spectacular as wearing a native cap in a church? Just like going to a church and then looking around you and saw someone wearing a native cap. You can't miss them for nothing. You will notice them definitely, right? Because they stood out. And this is what your ad creative is supposed to do. It's supposed to stand out from the noise. Because there's already a lot of noise going on Facebook ad interface. So now, what difference does your ad make? What is so special about your own ad that can get it seen? Right? Imagine 100 people in the same line of business as yours running ads. Chances are that whatever type of creative you think of, they also will think of it as well. You see. So, what is your own edge now? What edge do you have against them? What puts you forward? What gives you that leverage to get more market share than them? Right? So this is where your creative comes into play. When people are scrolling through their Facebook news feed or wherever it is, they see several ads. Just like you use yourself as an example. As you're scrolling through your feed, how many times have you stopped to look at an ad? How many times have you stopped to look at an ad? And if you can remember any of the ads you have ever stopped to look at, then you will know that the first thing that caught you there was the creative before the ad copy itself. Yes, if you remember very clearly that the first or the last Facebook ads that caught your attention, if you do remember clearly, that it was the creative that actually caught your attention, not the ad copy, not the profile picture on the page. No, but it was the creative that stopped you on your track, and then you had to look again, and then probably you clicked through, right? So the importance of ad creatives cannot be overemphasized. It is just as important as the art itself. So if you make a
Sorry, sir.
mistake,
Sorry to interrupt you, sir. Please. The
okay,
screen is just blank.
yeah. I haven't started teaching yet. Okay, this is just like we're just trying to make a background to what we are going to share tonight. But you can see the stuff displaying on my screen now. Hello. Okay, the screen is not moving at all. Wow. Okay, just hold on.
Okay, sir. Okay, I understand now.
Okay, but is my screen moving? Like, can you see what I'm doing on my screen now?
Yeah, I can see it now. I can.
Okay. Sure. All right. So as I was saying that, I've forgotten what I was saying. But anyway, so in essence, your creatives are as important as your ads, right? You need to get it right. You need to get it so right that it will stop your potential, because you're not running ads for your clients. Yes, there are, you know that there are three types of audiences in marketing. We have the hot audience, then we have the warm audience, and we have the cold audience, right? So now, running ads is, it depends on what you are selling, or it depends on your marketing goal. But for the most part, in Nigeria, we mainly run ads for cold audiences, people that haven't met our business before now, because we want them to buy, right? So now, if someone doesn't know your business before now, what would make them to stop and take a look at your business, or to take a look at what you are promoting, or what you are sharing before them, right? So it's just like your face as a person that you are, right? If you're a back creative that's good as someone that is kind of faceless, right? So we'll go over to the ad creative checklist. This is basically the things to consider when, what's it called? The things to consider when creating your ad creative. And then your ad creative can be audio, or it can be image or video. Yes, take note of that, please. Your ad creative is any image or video that stands as a display in front of your audience when you are promoting an ad or when you're running a campaign. So it can be an image, it can be a video, but the same thing works for them all. The same thing works for them all, okay? So, can you still see my screen, please? Can you still see? Okay, you can still see my screen. Okay, all right. So the first thing here is, does it capture attention? Okay, does it capture attention? That's the first thing that is here, right? So now, to know how good a creative is, it has to capture attention. Your creative has, if it doesn't capture attention, you'll be losing lots and lots and lots of clicks. We already know that the attention span of people on social media is between 3 to 5 seconds. Before, it was 10 seconds. But as of this year, it has reduced drastically to between 3 to 5 seconds. So and 3 to 5 seconds is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you don't capture your potential customers' attention or your buyer's attention in less than 3 to 5 seconds, then you have lost them. So now, is your creative good enough to stop people dead in their tracks and then get them to react to the marketing message that you put before them, right? So when you are working on your creative, you now have to ask yourself, does it capture attention? Does it capture attention? It is very necessary that you ask yourself that, right? If you don't have the right answer, ask people that are close to you, share it with them, because if it doesn't capture attention, then what's the essence of you using it? I know that most people just choose random images for their creative because they think it will work. Thinking doesn't work in this industry. If whatever you have thought so far works for you, then we wouldn't even be having this class now, right? So thinking doesn't work in Facebook ads here. For the most part, you have to test. It's testing that gives you the result now. But then when you have tested enough, through experience, through observation, you will now know, oh, okay, creatives like this can work, creatives like this cannot work. You see. So that's it. All right. So the second thing here is that, does it pass a message? Yes. Does it pass a message? What message does it pass? What message could an ad creative possibly pass? Right? It has to pass a message. So that's why your ad creative can be. We'll get to the types of ad creatives though, but then what message do you intend your creative to pass? When people see your ad creative, what do you want them to do? Right? That's the third one now. What message does it pass? Is it passing the message of come and buy? Or is it passing the message of come and collect for free? See, your ad creative does a lot of work, like because Facebook ads, like I said in one of the classes earlier, that you don't use Facebook ads to sell. You only use it to attract people that will buy. That's just the thing. You attract people, and then when you do your job right, then you make a sale. But you're not using Facebook ads to sell. Yes, you're not using Facebook ad is not meant for you to sell. It is meant for you to market, then attract buyers that are interested in what you're doing. And then if you get your closing right, then you make a sale. So now, for some people now, you see someone selling probably a shoe of 70K on a direct ad. Like they'll put it there. This shoe is going for 70,000. Come and buy. Wow. Now, here's the funny thing now. You might get clicks of people that are interested, people that wants to buy, right? You might get clicks of people that wants to buy or people that are interested. You might even make a sale. Yes, it's possible. You might even make a sale. But then it would have been much more different if your what's it called now? If your ad creative or if your ad was saying something like this. Okay, we have some will even go as far as putting their account number on their ad so that the person will now make payment and then come to their DM to paste what's it called, receipt or whatever. Well, that's you trying to sell directly on your ads, and it might work for you, but then for the most part, it doesn't work. So that means it works and then it doesn't work, right? But then for you to be on the safe side, I would just advise all you have to do is, why don't you, okay, this shoe is actually going for 70K. Yes, you can then put the price there, or you can decide not to put the price there, but then you put the price there because the first rule of merchandising is put a product on the shelf and then attach a price to it. Let me digress a bit. For those of us who are business owners, yeah, who do business on WhatsApp and then post product pictures. If you are one of those people that just post pictures randomly, like a ring, just post everything on your WhatsApp status like a bid, then waiting for people to come and ask you how much, you are losing a whole lot of sale. You are losing a whole lot of sale. Because I think that the first thing to do as a business owner is to know that this basic rule of merchandising, this is what sets you apart from many other people out there. This is the product, then this is the price. Place a product on a shelf and attach a price to it. So when next you're posting that your product picture, put the price there. People that will buy. Everybody is not your customer. You will not sell to everybody, that's for sure. So the ones that will buy, then you sell to them. That's it. It's better to sell to, it's better to have a small percentage of buyers than a large percentage of people that are always asking you how much. Right? So if I should ask you now, would you prefer just 3 people that once they see your stuff, they now say, okay, they have seen the whatever, or they come to your DM to ask you, please let me have your account details, and you send it to them and they make payments. Would you choose these 3 people, or would you choose a set of 10 people that all they do is come to your DM, ask you how much, and then when you tell them the price, they will now tell you, I will get back to you? Well, if I were you, I would definitely choose the 3 people that buy instantly. But instead of me allowing those 10 people to be coming to ask me how much, and then leave me hanging later, why don't I just put the price up front there? Yes, people will still ask you how much, even when the price is there. That's people for you on social media, and that's one of the stresses of selling on social media also, right? So now, what message does your creative pass? Does it contain the necessary requirements? Does it contain the necessary details that the person sitting your ass needs to know? If you are selling a real estate and then you are selling a building, does your creative cover the fact that, okay, this house comes with a CFO, okay, this land is in a free zone, okay, it has this, it has that? Or are you waiting for them to now come to your DM and start asking you all over again? Yes, they will. Because like I said, that they are seeing it there on the app doesn't mean that they are buying immediately. No, it is for them to click ahead. This is where the customer journey starts, from their point of awareness. That's where the customer journey starts. Then their interest is developed. Then the desire is built. and then they take action. So in as much as the AIDA format is for copywriting, it works the same way as your creative, because all these things put together are targeted at generating sales for you. All these things put together are targeted at generating sales for you. Please, can you still see my screen? The line is breaking. Is it still breaking? Please do let me know. Is the line still breaking? Sorry, I'm just saying this message now. So please, the person complaining that is breaking, please check your own end, okay? And then also, can you still see my screen? I beg. Please, if you can see my screen, let me know. Wow, one person said that they can see my screen, the other said that they cannot see my screen. Oh my God. So, okay. So, like, but now, I don't even know what to say now. Please, the person that is not seeing my screen, you can, I don't know, you might want to turn the meeting off and tune in back again. Okay, it's dark. Okay, it's dark. Is it still dark? Please, if it's still dark, let me know. It's not supposed to be dark again. Okay, dark. Okay, just hold on a sec, please. Okay, can you see it now? I believe you can now. Please just drop a yes if you can still see it. Okay, okay. Thank you very much. All right, so I hope we are following. Hope I haven't lost us yet. Hope you guys are following up with what I've been saying so far, please. Please, if you have been following with what I've been sharing so far, please just do let me know. So I know that I'm not moving alone here. But anyways, let's just move on. So what message does your creative pass? All right. So these are the things that you have to take your time to do. And like in the last class where I mentioned that when you are testing, test as many creatives as possible. Test out as many creatives as possible. Okay. In the past, I've seen creatives that did crazy results. I've seen creatives that did 3 naira per message, 5 naira per message. We have done 9 naira per message, 13 naira per message, 15 naira per message, 14 naira. And then we have still done 100 naira per message, right? And then now, the funny thing is that we have done 10 naira per message for a particular ad. And still, for that same ads, we have also done 100 naira per message. So now you now wonder, this is the same ad, but what changed? The same targeting, everything, the same copy, but the only difference was the creative. Okay, so your creative, if you have been neglecting it before now, I think it's high time you start paying attention to it. Okay, I think it's high time you start paying attention to it. So now, one of the let's move on to the types of creative. So, this is basically the 3 types of creatives I basically use. That's memes. You'll be surprised. Probably never expected to see memes here, but then I use memes when I use memes, and memes have gotten me crazy results. I will still show us in my ad account. I think I have an ad that is still there. Then we have product image, and then also product image. Okay, then we also have business. Then what's it called? Just give me a sec. Okay. All right. So now the memes. Let's go over to my ad account. Let me show us something there. Okay. So there was an ad I ran sometime this what's it called? Sometime this year for a client. So what I used was actually memes, and the ad, it did crazy results. It gave us crazy results. Okay, let me check. Okay, now for example, now looking at this ad here, this one new creative 2 and this one new creative. You saw that the first one was giving 96 naira per message, while the second one was giving us 14 naira per message. This ad is for the same client, the same everything. If you look at it, it's also the same creative. But inside this creative now, there was a slight change. Just a slight change. The color is the same. But I think what I did here is actually, I think the call to action was what I changed. The call to action was what I changed, but every other thing there was constant. So you see that the cost differed like greatly, massively. Now, if you look at this one here, the followers ad, this one was giving 21 naira per follower. This one was giving us 9 naira for followers, and we went ahead to do 778 followers. This was in 1 week, though, although less than a week actually. So now, but you look at it, it is the same page, but different creatives. Do you see? Different creatives. So these are the things that creatives play. Okay, now you see this one. One single lead, although this was a website lead. This one was a website lead. You see, a website lead. But at the end of the day, we were able to get one that delivered website leads for 85 naira per lead. So you have seen that lead, what's it called? Creatives matter a lot. And there is one I'm still looking for. We are talking about memes. All right, so see this one here. Crazy stuff. Gave us 32. So this was the one we wanted to use. But all the ones we are getting, we are pretty much expensive. This one. Then see the one that gave us 416 messages here. So now let me show you the ad creative that I used for it. Okay. So let's just wait for this to load up. Now read the and see, do you see the reaction on the ad? 1.3k reactions. Like this, the ad really blew up. Like it was so crazy. Then what's it called now? You see the creative. Then it said, "Mom, like you won't get a job wasting time on social media all day and night." Then it was like me, like then what's it called now? Colon, me making money at home using the special business model I will show you. This is already marketed to them. Like this is my ad. I already advertised to them that my mom will now say, you won't get a job wasting my your time on social media. And then me, I was not like me making my money at home using the special business, because then the expression, you see that the laughter there was like the laughter reactions on the ads, you wouldn't even have believed that it was an ad. But it did crazy number of messages. Just that the downside was it was getting more reaction than the messages it was getting, but it worked. Right? It worked. Okay. That's just different. Then this is where I now backed it up with my ad copy. Because creative, yes, creative can stand on its own, but it doesn't entirely stand on its own, especially ones like this now. So if you're using memes as your creative, you back it up with your copy. This is where you get them to read your copy. Because some people don't know read your copy. They just see that creative and then click on messaging you. That's when they will not come to your DM and you will not be like, see this one, click my ad, new Abby. They just flew in from you. Like, because the questions they will be asking you, you will not be wondering, did this person actually read the ad that they clicked on before coming to your DM? It's because majority of people don't read copies. They only look at creatives. So your creative is what is either it gets them to read your copy or it doesn't. But you have to ensure that it does. That's especially if your copy has more details for them. I use short copies at all time. My copies are usually 3 lines. For every ad I'm running, it doesn't pass 3 to 4 lines. Yes, that's just it. The opening line, the middle one, then the closing. Call to action, we are done. And it works. I've been using this since I can remember. Like, this is the only thing this is the format I used. It doesn't pass 3 lines. Yes, 4, but it doesn't pass 3. Opening line, then middle, then closure, and call to action. Right? But then see the work of the creative here. You have seen what the creative can do, because this ad was getting so much impression that Facebook just couldn't help but cut the cost very low. It was actually running lower than this price here. I think it was after I paused the ads that it's now what was it called? Okay, this was actually the messages we are getting in 7 days. So this 416 messages was done in 7 days, and we were spending 2k per day. Although I started with 1k per day, but increased it to 2k per day, and we did these 416 messages in 7 days. That's a week, right? So This is to show you that this works. This is the same. I think this is still the same creative here, and the cost here was 36 naira per message. Okay, so when you're testing test variations, you can have the same creative, but you can just choose to change the colors on it. You won't change any other thing, just the color. Just the color. Okay, this one also still the same thing. But I didn't run this one for long because the other one was giving me 85 cost per result. So I just had to stick with it. All right. Then now, so I hope you understand the essence of the memes ads. Please, if you are following, just drop following in the group chats, please. If you are following, just drop following in the group chats. And hope it's making sense to you. Hope this class is making sense. Hope you are getting something out of it. Hope you are learning one or two things. All right. Thank you, Sir Matthew. Thank you for engaging. All right. So moving on, we will now look at product image. Product image. Yeah, when people use their product image for ads, I also use it also when I'm running ads for clients. But the important thing is to know all these things and then know the one that works for you. Know all these things, then know the ones that works for you, right? So, product image. Let me just show you a sample. Then for some people now, probably if I ask you to, most of you have been using product image. All you do is just you select one product image and then you put it there, then run your ads. Or for those of you that use carousel, you now use rows of image. Well, I don't do that. So here is what I do. So look at this particular ad. We got 223 messages with just 4,000 naira. Right, less than 4K actually, but then 4,000 naira. So this was done in 4 days, 223 messages in 4 days. So now, this thing I'm telling you, it works. So I'm like, at least the evidence is there to show you that it works. Okay. So it will sound easy. You'll be like, this, but it doesn't have to make sense to you, but it works. You can still choose to try out the way you have been doing it over the years, but then ask yourself, the way I've been trying it, is it giving me results? Right? So just put aside whatever thing you think you know already and then get this for yourself and for your business. So now, let the ad just show up. All right. So now, this is just it. See what I used here. I did this on Canva, like, because I have this. I'm not supposed. Let me not say this on a live call, but I don't. I find it difficult to set off my ads during the day. I only wait till late into the night because that's where I start working. Like that's when I prefer to do whatever thing that has to do with work. So now I prefer to stay up at night to do this. So when I was supposed to set up this ad, I just went to Canva on my PC and just put this. I told the clients to send me some of our products because she does drop shipping. Okay. And then boom, just went to Canva, put these things together. This is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just 6 images here. And then you see no write-up, nothing, no write-up, nothing. Because we want them to read the ad copy. Because you have to know, why are you running ads? What message does I've asked you, what message does your creative pass? Does it get them to read your ad copy? If you see this as you are scrolling, you will definitely stop because there is red there to attract you. Oh my god. I don't know if my screen went blank now. Can someone still see my screen? Because it went off for a moment. Okay, you can still see it. Okay, that's great then. All right. So now the red color is there to get the person's attention. Then the yellow also because okay. Let me do something now. Let me just add something here. Colors because colors are important when I'm creating. I pay attention to colors when I'm creating my creatives. Yes, colors are very important. So all these things, well, you can only learn it here. Yes, I can probably tell you that you can only learn it here. You know where else? You can't see it on Google. You can't see it on Google. Okay, so all right. So as I was saying, now when you look at this you see that this is fashion accessories, not just one. But you know, like your brain automatically, when your brain sees a list, it tries to select without you. This one is not because you want to, it's what your brain automatically does. It sees a list, the next thing it does is that it wants to select. Let me make it, let me see if there's something in this for me. So when you bump into a creative that has series of images that are fashion related, what your brain automatically does is that even if you don't want to, you stop. Is there something here that I would like? And then you look. And then you see that there's no write up here that is saying come on back. Then you look at the hard copy to know what it's about. And so that the hook, see my hook there, because my heading is my hook. I don't do all these there. Anyway, before you can break any copywriting rule, you have to first know copywriting. Okay? So I just went straight into it so that even if you're in a hurry, you already got the information out of it. Then my dropshipping group is the best place for you to be if you are. Another list now, I'm using bullets to get them now, bullet points. If you are a student, if you're a 9-to-5 worker, if you're a business person, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're someone looking for a side hustle. Now they have seen a student. What if it's someone that is not a student? They want to know if their category is there. Their brain cannot help it. They will click. They will click to know. They will click to know. Right? They will click to know. They want to find out, is this thing for me? Because their brain is still in the searching mode. They want to see what is in this for me. Right? So then if it's someone that is a student, which is the one that they can get a glimpse of, they can just click on. Then the headline there, you see the headline. I hope you know where the headline usually is. That's beside the WhatsApp button here. Join my dropshipping group for free now. And that's it. This is just it. So for every creative you are using, you have to know the message you want it to pass. You have to know why am I using this? What do I want this to achieve for me? Right? Then see this ad now, still the same client now. So that's to tell you how powerful that creative was. We run a page followers ad. Okay, we run a page followers ad, and we are getting one follower at the cost of 3 naira per follower. 3 naira per follower. This ad just ran for. This ad ran for a day. Yeah, this was achieved in a day. We did 268 followers in a day. All right, 268 followers in a single day. Yes. See, there is no limit to what you can achieve on Facebook ads, or you can achieve with Facebook ads. Okay, there is no limit to what you can achieve with Facebook ads. It's all about you knowing what you are doing. Yes, I know that a lot of people out there that are making noises. Most of them don't know what they are doing. Probably they just learned from you. They just learned Facebook ads on YouTube, and then they are making noise already because they are looking for who to teach, and then they will teach you rubbish. But then this is the real deal. Like this is something that once you have gotten this, is a knowledge that will save you a lot of money, save you a lot of cost, save you a lot of time waste or whatever. Right? So now check out the creative that we used here. It will shock you to find out that it's still the same creative as that one that gave us that crazy cost per message. Because the creative works. The creative, it works. Now, it's the same creative, but different ad copy. If you look carefully, the ad copy is different, but the creative is still the same. Right? So this is to tell you that your creative plays a very, very important role. Okay, this is the ad copy there. When there's now see this, the ad copy will now tell them to, okay, it is we are now I'm telling them to like follow the page. Just a brief description of the page and then a call to action. I think this copy was just 2 lines. I wish there's a way I could have just seen this and show you. This copy was just 2 lines, I believe. Just this first line you saw here. Then the next one was the call to action for them to follow the page. Nothing more, nothing less. People's attention span is very short. It is very, very short. And if you don't hack their mind in those few seconds you have lost them completely. You have lost them totally. Okay? You have lost them totally. That's why it's important. It's important that you factor this in. And funny enough, in that ad, it was 500 naira per day. That means the ad ran for 2 days. But then the result was still under 1,000 naira. Because what the creative does, what works. The creative works. Okay? The creative works. I remember sometime 2 years back, or was it last year? Okay, this one was this year now. This one that had 1,041 messages. Okay, hold on before we proceed further. So you have seen what I mean. I meant by product, image, or what's it called? Collage. You know what a collage is? Collage is just like the creative I just showed you, putting different product images together in one single image. Okay, so you can just screenshot this. You can just screenshot this checklist for yourself. All right, you can take a screenshot before I move on. You can just take a screenshot before I move ahead. All right, so the next one is abstract image. What is abstract image? Well, let's go and ask Google. Okay, in fact, okay, I just want to use the definition I want to show you guys. But I wanted to show you some stuff on my device. I want to go to my gallery and show you some stuff. Okay, it says abstract photography consists of images created using photography materials or elements that don't have an immediate association with the physical world. Mind the word there, immediate. It is just images that most times you say that it doesn't make sense, but then it passes a meaning, right? Sometimes it's unrecognizable and unexpected, right? So then I want to show us something. Abstract image for okay. Let's say that we are selling herbal stores here. I'm coming. Okay. Now, in as much as this is a gory image, but I don't know if you look at this image, if you know what I'm talking about, then you certainly know what this image is about. Okay, so I need something that is okay, just hold on. They won't give me what I'm looking for, but then okay, let me just go over to my gallery and show you one or two stuffs there. All right, so all right, so I'm coming. Okay, I think it should be here. So abstract images are basically images that it wouldn't make sense for people that it doesn't make sense to. As simple as that. For people that it doesn't make sense to, it will never make sense to them. So it's only meant for people that are looking for what you are doing or what the image is about. Those are the people that can only make sense to. If you're selling shaving big, this is a great abstract image, an abstract creative to use. Very crazy. But then you get the idea. And then what do? You back it up with your hard copy. And it's so crazy that Facebook will not know that you're talking about a private part of the body. So they cannot restrict your ad to find more. Okay, now this also now. For people that knows what this is, they already know. But I'm looking for a particular one. Just give me a sec. I hope I find it here. Okay, might not be in this folder, but I'll have to check the other folder. Okay, just okay now. This is an ad creative, funny enough now. For someone that is selling a manpower product, this is a very, very crazy ad creative to use. And Facebook cannot what? They cannot ban you because they don't even know what you're talking about. Yes, the AI, their image crawlers will be seeing a yam, but the Nigerian mind that is seeing this knows that it's talking about something else, right? Then stuff like this. But then this is where your hard copy does the other work. This is where your hard copy does the other work. It now puts into light what you're talking about. Although they will get it, people that it is meant for, we get the message, right? That's one thing with abstract images. People that it is not meant for, they will not know what it is. But for people that it is meant for, when they see it, they will know it. Just hold on a bit longer. I have more here. I just have to find where they are. Ones that you can relate better with. Okay, so you have to find abstract images. This is just basically all about thinking outside the box. It's basically all about thinking outside the box, right? That's just what this entails normally. I get one or two here. Okay, yes, there was one I saw one time. So for a weight loss stuff. I just hope I see it here now. The image was so nice. Okay, please do bear with me. It is just for us to learn better. Okay, because if you skip it, if you don't learn it, well, there's only one way to. For every mistake you make with Facebook ads, you pay with your money. That's just the bad thing there. Facebook is not where you say, let me go and make a mistake. And then, yes, you will learn from your mistake, definitely. But as you're learning from the mistake, you are paying with your money. Because every mistake you make on Facebook is an expensive mistake. Right? So, so this one now is for weight loss. Okay. So now, if you're someone that wants to lose weight, there's no way you would have seen this and then not know what it is about. Barely looking at the image, you get the idea. But then, okay, what else? Then you now read the hard copy. You must want to read the hard copy. So you know why this person was using this image, and this image is speaking directly to you because you want to burn that extra fat. You want to remove those love handles. Okay. So when you look at this creative now, and you're someone that has been wanting to lose weight but has been procrastinating, and then you saw the creative, very abstract, but speaks the message. What do? You read the hard copy. And after that, there is a free training for weight loss. Voila, you want to join. Abi? So that's the essence of it. Now imagine this. This is a meme, but I could have used this for an ad, for a creative if I wanted to. If I'm selling gifts, if I'm selling like fashion accessories, luxuries, gold, bracelets, watches for men, and I'm targeting women who are in relationships. So now, women by default, or people in a relationship by default, they like to tease each other. So now imagine when a lady sees, like, she saw something like, oh my God, and her boyfriend or husband was born in September. Then when they see, they will laugh. They will laugh out first because it's so funny. Because kings are born in September, then see the kings here, right? So they will say that's something to tease the husband or the boyfriend with. So, but it doesn't stop there. Then, in your hard copy, your hook can be, what are you getting your king for his birthday this month? Like, it's just so crazy. And then you back it up with your secondary text, make your call to action, then it goes, right? So these are all. What are you getting your king? When your kings are born in December, then you can build your hard copy can be, what are you getting your king this Christmas? Like, this works. Although this is related to a meme though. Then this is also an abstract image. But you can see the bottle of the Coca-Cola there. Right? Like, all these things are this is a different dimension of Facebook ads. Okay? This is a different dimension of Facebook ads. But then you are here and you are receiving it. So I believe you will make the best out of the knowledge that you are receiving. Because it is not just by receiving, it is also by application, putting it to use. I have tons of abstract images here, just that my images are really, really very much okay. Sorry, I just remembered they're not on this particular device, so that's why it is not here. So I've been searching all around for nothing. But then with the ones I've shown you guys, you have seen that, okay, this is something. You have seen that this works, right? You're not there to sell. You're there to get them to dial your WhatsApp. Get them to click on that message me now. Send WhatsApp message now. That's what you're there to get them to do, okay? That's what we are there to get them to do. All right. So that's for that. So I'm just looking to see if there is something else I can actually see here. This one is for those that are selling back to school items. Like it's for kids, people that are selling to their parents. Still a very nice this thing. Okay, so when I was actively running ads, I gathered lots and lots of like oh, I have thousands of images on my device because you get ideas from many places. You don't just move and then say you're no, you have to. Have you looked at other sources? Have you gotten what's it called? Have you gotten ideas from other creatives out there? The mistake that most people make is that they just move ahead to create what they feel is okay. Then at the end of the day, they realize that it's not okay one bit, right? So unfortunately, I couldn't find more more of the stuffs I wanted to show you guys, but then I believe that with the ones you saw, you can be able to then now if I was a lawyer, God help me, I'm using this as a creative because there's no way you will see this and will not stop. Then my hook or headline will now be like looking for the best legal practitioner in town, then put a question mark, then continue from there and write the hell out of the copy. Like, no, we are not see, people take marketing too very serious, but then there's the jovial aspect of marketing, the human part of it, and that's how it's supposed to be, what people can relate to. Right? People need to relate to what you are doing. People need to relate to what you are doing. Seriously. That's it. They need to relate to what you are. You can get ideas from crazy stuff. You can get crazy ideas. Like, let your creative be sad because even no matter how fast you are scrolling on Facebook and you see these two duo, you will definitely stop. Now you don't need a legal service because the essence of marketing is to also review the problems that your potential audience has, which they never knew that they had in the first place. Let's say that you are what's it called now? A divorce what's it called? Lawyer or whatever it's called. Then people never really crossed their mind that okay, probably the person has been nursing the idea of divorce for quite a time now. But then because when they saw the image, they just wanted to laugh because they felt it was a meme. Because the image already is like, and then when you now say looking for the best divorce lawyer in town, then put your question mark. You have gotten the attention. Whoever is reading that or whoever would have thought of needing a legal service, we will definitely read it to the end. Yes. Okay. So this is like is really crazy. It's really crazy. And then I would have shared this image with you guys. This one now. Hold on. Let me just. Hope you are getting something out of this class. Yeah. Hope you guys are learning something new. If what I'm telling you is what you already know, please let me know so I can stop already. But then I bet you never knew this before now. So if you are getting value from this class, please do let me know. Please do let me know. Your comments will be appreciated. So now, we have talked about abstract images. So let's just talk about business flyers or what I call copy flyers. Like copywriting flyers. I don't know, but this is the best word I can put it. The copywriting flyers is basically flyers that has your copy in it. Like it's like even if you don't have an ad creative there. So even if you don't have an ad copy there. I just saw something now. Even if you don't have an hard copy there. Now this thing is a very nice creative. Oh, it can't be played when doing because we're on a live cover. I would have loved to play it for you guys. So now, let's business flyers. So let me give a shout out to one of my friends that launched her business last month. So this was a launching design I did for her. Now, So let's say that she wanted to promote this as an ad. This is a very nice creative, and like believe me, you that if you test this creative, it's going to get crazy results because it will definitely stop you on your tracks. It will catch your attention. It will catch your attention. There is no way that you will see this and you wouldn't want to look for that share now. Just give me a sec. Let me get it back on. We have actually spent more than an hour here, which is I didn't intend to spend more than an hour, so we'll round up in a bit. So this thing right here is a business flyer, and it can be used to it can be used to run an ad, right? To promote whatever thing she wants to promote with it. Then this also. So let me just quickly touch on the colors I was talking about here. Important colors to use on your creative: red, yellow, and white. Okay, now this is what I've done this over time. Then black is a, what's it called? How do they put it? What's the word again? These are just normal colors. Black and white are normal colors, so it can appear in anywhere. But then you see that all my images, you must see either black, white, or red, or yellow. Like, you ask me where yellow is here. See the yellow on the shirt here. It must catch your attention because there is a reason why these colors were used. There is a reason. I've tested this over time, and this set of colors tend to give me the most results, tend to give me the best results over time. Okay. I've tested beautiful creatives, but then it's not about the beauty. It's about what works and what doesn't. Okay. It's about what works and what doesn't. And also it's about what is relevant to your audience. Okay, let me just share this with us. This particular creative. We did over 4,000 messages, if not more than, with this particular, just this simple thing you saw here. Just this, yes. I like keeping things easy, keep things simple. This is like less is more. Less is more when it comes to Facebook ads. Less is more. Like, let this enter your head that less is more. Less is more. It has to enter your head. You have to know this. This is a very simple flyer, but it has passed all the image it needed to pass. Right? It has passed all the, see the one way I like, hold on. Then this one also gave crazy results. I tested this and the other one. See the one with the call to action here. This thing, it works. It works. It has been tested, proven, and then it still works, right? So just focus on these three colors and then you will make a killing out of it. You can still test out other colors, like I said. What worked for me might not work for you, but then you have seen the results for yourself. The results are there to show themselves. So this is what I meant by business flyers or copywriting flyers. In copywriting flyers, I just meant something like this: how I attend financial. This is just a copy. This is the headline for the copy. So my normal copy on the ads will now go straight to the point. No need to start telling them again that no need to start writing headline again. No, see the headline already here. So as they are reading the copy, people don't have time. You have to make it easy and quick, like make it easy for them. People don't have time to start trying to read it. No, make it snappy. And this is very straight to the point. And it's still very much compliant. Because we have creatives that are compliant and we have ones that are not compliant. For example, this creative here is not compliant for the simple reason that it mentioned this price here, this 250K here. That's the only reason why it's not compliant. And then monthly, and then because it's making a bold claim, and this claim is not really feasible. It is not a realistic claim. Using your smartphone. How many people does that in Nigeria, using their smartphone to make 250K? Yes, it can be possible for you monthly, but what is a possibility? But then what's the probability that it might be probably 10 out of 1,000 that it works for? So Facebook sees it as an unrealistic claim. So another important thing is, let me just add this here. Like I said earlier, you can just screenshot this for yourself. Make it a point, make it a duty to read the Facebook ads policy at least once a week. Yes. as compliance policy at least once a week. Once a week, you like read it. You need to read it, right? So it's very important that you go through it, through the policy, because that's where you now see there, because they do make adjustments to it. You know the things to do and the things not to do, so that you don't get your ad accounts restricted. All right, so that you don't get your ad account restricted. So moving on, mockups. Mockups is just like book covers, especially if you are, because this is a also this is a lead. We are using, because this is a lead magnet, because it's a free class, so we are using it as a lead magnet. So, but what if we are not promoting a class? What if it was probably an ebook that we want to give them? So that's where you use mockups, right? You use mockups like this now. This is actually like a product picture kind of thing, but the bottles here are also kind of a mockup. But let me just show us what I meant. Do I have any mockups here? I think I do. Just hold on. So now these are mockups. Just hold on. Okay, now so these are mockups now. These are laptop screen, iPad screen, and iPhone screen you see here. These are mockups. This also is a mockup. Yes, and we use this. Sorry, I'm not supposed to be sharing this, okay, but then it's safe to share it now. So anyways, so that's a mockup. We used it as a lead magnet for a website lead ad. I ran that sometime around July. Okay, so this thing works. When you now give them the lead, you have attracted them to the DM, and then you invite them to a live class if you wish. And then on the live class, let's say you are selling something, you sell it on the live class, depending on what you are selling. Let's say you have people, all these are affiliate marketers. That's how you do it. Invite them with a lead. Then when they are getting the lead, then introduce them to your free class. Then when they have joined the free class, you can now sell to them whichever way you want, right? So that's it for mockups. Then videos. You know your videos. Your videos can be slideshow of your Instagram. What's it called? Telegram doesn't allow me to play videos while on meeting, so sorry about that. But then it can be just putting your images together. Then you can use this app InShot, or use CapCut for it. Then do a voiceover over it. InShot and CapCut also allows you to do a voiceover over it, or just use your normal phone voice recorder, record it, save it on your device, then go to InShot or CapCut and upload it there. All right, and upload it there. So I think that's basically it about the Facebook ads creative. Okay, I would have said that this is the basic, but this is a thorough, although this is not an exhaustive teaching on this subject matter, but this is enough to give you crazy results. This is enough to get you the results that will shock you, like, because these things work. So see the ad creative I was showing us now that did, it was getting us 9 naira per message. 9 naira per message. So let's see. It's just a very simple creative. So the importance of your creative cannot be overemphasized, please. It cannot be overemphasized. It is important that you spend time getting your creatives right. You see the reaction on the post, almost 400 reactions. You see the comments. Where do you see, even people were sharing the what's it called, the ads, right? 111 comments. And if someone would have felt that this was a normal post, but it was an ad, right? Because the essence of your creative is not just to get attention, but also to get engagement, because people click on it. The more people engage with your ad, the lower your cost per result. I know you might not know this before, but then now you do. The more people engage, the more they comment, the more they react on your ad, the lesser your cost per result will be. Yes, the lesser your cost per result will be. Okay, so make your what's it called? Make your creative appealing, make it entertaining, make it captivating, right? So all right, so this one also did a good number of stuff. It was running at 31 naira per message. So this was for a class actually, and it's a paid class. It's a 1,000 naira class, you see. and you see the reaction there. People paid. Okay, people paid. But here it was a long copy. I used a long copy here, but the copy was so captivating that you must read it to the end. Okay. Yes, I can. Let me not say I can boast of that, but I can actually boast of that. Anybody that will see this, you have to read that copy to the end because you can't skip a line. That's what your copy is supposed to do. Although this is not a class on copy, but your Facebook copy, your headline, the essence of your headline is to get them to read your opening paragraph or your hook, or the essence of your hook is to get them to read the first paragraph, and the essence of your first paragraph is to get them to read what? The second paragraph, and the essence of your second paragraph is to get them to read the third. The essence of the third being to get them to read the fourth. When you approach your hard copy this way, you'll be writing crazy hard copies, like so that it can be flowing. Hard copy is all about flow. Yes, it's just this is just it. Like I just summarized it for you. It is just all about flow. How easily can people flow with this copy? Right? Sorry. Okay. All right, you will ask your question. I will give us an opening for questions, okay? Let me just round up so you can ask your questions and then I will get to answer you, okay? We are done actually. Just so remember when I was still running link clicks. Do you see what I'm saying? This is actually 1 naira per link click. Yeah, it's just 1 naira per link clicks. But you already know that the problem with link clicks is that, but this God's crazy message. The only problem with link clicks is that the number of link clicks you get doesn't equate the number of people you get. But let me just share a crazy stuff with you about these two ads, this one and this one. So now, with this ad now, sorry, this particular one that has 2 naira per link clicks, we did over was it about 300 messages for it. So that's getting 300 messages with 3,000 naira. That's almost about, is it 10 naira per message or so? So this is just it, but I don't use link clicks. No, you'll be wasting money. Don't use, especially if you're running engagement ads to WhatsApp, don't use link clicks. Always optimize for WhatsApp messages. Always optimize for WhatsApp messages. Okay. So I think at this point I will bring the class to a closure and then open the floor for questions. So if you have questions, please feel free to ask. You can unmute yourself and ask questions. I don't think, yeah, you can unmute yourself.
I already dropped a message.
Okay, okay. Let me see. Okay, you said what could be the issue? Okay, how long has this ad been active? Did you hear what I said, ma'am?
Yes, sir. 3 days now.
I said 3 days now, and it has been like this.
Yes, sir.
Have you been getting any results at all? Even though it's not reading here, but have you been getting any Facebook follows?
Yes, I've been getting followers.
You have been getting followers, but you don't now know how much you are spending per follower now.
Exactly.
That's the thing now. Okay, so this happens. It happens, and the only way you can eventually see how much you are spending is when you turn this ad off and turn it back on. But I wouldn't advise you do that, because if you turn it, let's say that it was getting cheap cost per followers. If you turn it off and turn it on now, and everything has adjusted, it is just a glitch from the app actually. So there's no problems with the campaign. The problem is with the Facebook Ads Manager app. Okay, so you might want to check with your browser. Check your Ads Manager on your browser, so you might be able to see the real-time results there. But if it doesn't show, what I do is once it starts acting like this, I just had to turn it aside, because my own is I need to know what I'm spending, right? To know if I'm to stop it or to continue running it. So that's just the thing there. But if you really want to find out, you can use the Ads Manager. You can use Check Facebook Ads. That's the website version of it. So you might be able to get the summary of your ads over there, because this is just a problem from the Facebook app. Okay, you might still want to update your app though, but this is how it happens with the app often. Okay, so I do hope that answers your question.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome. So who else has a question? Unmute yourself and ask, please. Just use the mic. Unmute yourself and ask if you want to ask a question. You can still type if you want, whichever one. Does anyone still have a question? Okay, someone is typing. Mhm. This is the person that is typing. Okay. Oh, all right, all right. Okay, okay. So, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome. All right. So I think in the absence of any questions, that would bring us to the end of this class. All right. So I do hope I would advise you go through the class again. There are things you might think you got, but there is a lot more you missed out. All right. So go through it again and practice, test. Try to test at all times. Try to test. That's the thing. That's the only way you learn from. There is nothing like a Facebook ads guru. No, nobody is a Facebook ads expert. Nobody is. The only thing that they have, the only advantage they have over you is that they test a lot. Okay, so you have to test. Is one thing testing without a good knowledge, and is another thing testing with a good knowledge. Okay, now you are getting the knowledge, or I would say rather you have the knowledge now. So when you are now testing, you are not testing blindly. Okay, you are testing with a vision because you know what you are looking out for. Okay, so that's just it.